cannot be predicted on the basis of the facts that you can put on the table and say that there is something providential, there is something which cannot be explained by reason, logic, facts, or anything. This book basically is to give you an understanding of how in human life this factor has determined the course of history. This has been particularly profound amongst the people in the corridors of power and the battlefields of the youngs and the people who play the game of chance. There is a second factor, that this X factor, is it determinable, and if yes, can there be any parameters? One of the thinking or one of the hypotheses was that the statistical arrangements probably has got something to do with what happens in your life. What happens in your life is not all that you do, all that people do to you, not all the circumstances in which you live, but there is something that if Akbar is born 3 hours before, the destiny is different. If he is born beyond a point or this thing like that, the destiny changes. This is a book which gives us an insight about how during the Mughal time the important decisions, the important influences, the important things that happened in their lives and what happened during that period. These emperors and these people who established one of the biggest empires of the world, they were also deeply suffering from a sense of insecurity. People who believe in unpredictable are those who are insecure. And people who are insecure, they try to find solutions to that. And that is where the entire game of the astronomy, astrology and this complex comes. That can there be some corrective factors by which you can do that. Now, as I said, when I read this book, the first thing that came to my mind is, after me the chaos. Who is saying this and to whom? And we knew about Louis XV telling that after me the deluge. And we knew that the French Revolution was coming, so the entire thing was going. But here, he was knowing it when he was seeing the manifest circumstances and the surroundings in which the things were taking place. Here, the man who said that, or the man who knew it, was one Fazil Khan, one of the astrologers, who told this about Aurangzeb. And Aurangzeb knew it and confided in his son, Bahadur Shah, as the book reveals to me, that he knew that after me the Mughal Empire will disappear. Everything that Fazil Khan had written about my life has come true. This too will come true. There will be my successors who will be inept, who will be incompetent, who will not be able to carry forward this thing, and therefore it will come to an end. The question is, if Aurangzeb knew it, why did he do it? And could it be changed? He did it in spite of that. And he was telling it with a tremendous sense of a remorse and a self-pity. As you know that his last days were very, very painful days.